Great. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us here right at the Rhode Island Department of Education for an important announcement about Rhode Island's first Test to Stay pilot, which we are launching in Westerly today. And we're here today with our Lieutenant Governor, Dr. Alexander Scott, Commissioner Fonte Green, Mark Arso, the Westerly Superintendent, here to talk about that. But before we walk through some of the details on the Test to Stay pilot, I want to give a couple updates for people to hear good news. Earlier this week, Rhode Island reached an important milestone in our vaccination rates. We now have over 90% of Rhode Island ages 18 and over with at least one shot. This is great news for our state of Rhode Island. We set a goal of 90% in the early months of our vaccination campaign, and there were definitely some people who were questioning whether we were going to actually get there. But because of the people in the state of Rhode Island's response to our vaccinations, we met that goal, and now we're going to surpass it. So it's a big congratulations to Dr. Alexander Scott and the Department of Health, along with General Callahan and the National Guard, our municipality leaders, along with their volunteers and first responders, and everyone who has supported our vaccination efforts. Right now, Rhode Island is now, in addition to the 90%, 71% fully vaccinated of the state population. And we may be small, but we are mighty, especially when it comes to getting shots in the arms. Right now, Rhode Island, again, with the leadership of the Department of Health and others, #1 in the nation on testing. We are second among 50 states in percentages of population that is fully vaccinated. And if you haven't got your vaccination, it's not too late. Please do so. If you have a friend, I ask my friends who are not vaccinated all the time to get vaccinated, and if they're still inclined not to get vaccinated, I ask them to thank a friend who is vaccinated for keeping them safe. Our message to Rhode Islanders continues to be this: protect yourself, protect your community, get vaccinated today. One of our top priorities when I came into office was getting our students safely back into the classroom where they learn best. We know how crucial in-person instruction is, not only to our students and their learning, but also to their families. Thanks to a lot of hard work by our teams here today, we've had a successful reopening of schools and continue to provide in-person learning in a way that's safe and effective. Again, thank you to the Department of Health, along with RIDE and all our district leadership for making that happen. Now our focus is ensuring that our students can stay in school. We're doing everything we can to prevent interruptions to their learning. A few weeks ago, I visited with Mark in Westerly, and along with Smithfield and other schools that have been touring in Providence. Was at East Providence ribbon cutting the other day of their high school. And what we're hearing, what we heard, and what we've seen is that the academic, social, emotional, physical health are all improved when kids are in the classroom. And that's why today's announcement is so important. In collaboration with the Department of Health, the Department of Education, and the Westerly School Department, we're announcing the state's first Test to Stay pilot, which officially begins in Westerly today. So this is how it works. Rhode Island is proud to roll out this pilot, and at the same time, the Centers of Disease Control are collecting data on best Test to Stay practices. Beginning today, families of Westerly, student pre-K through the 6th grade, can put in the Test to Stay pilot by providing consent to test. Then if a student has been exposed to COVID-19 in the classroom, but remains asymptomatic, they will have the option to test each day before going into school during the recommended testing period instead of having to quarantine at home. The goal here is simple but important: to keep our kids in school, reducing learning interruptions, and put them on the best path to get them on track as the pandemic continues, and we're cautious about it, but also preparing when the pandemic is no longer with us. As I tour more schools in Providence and beyond, it is clear that the pandemic has taken a social, emotional toll on our students and our families. The best place for our kids to learn, play, and grow is in the classroom. This also helps lessen the burden on families that have to navigate work, childcare, and home learning on a moment's notice, and this is stressful. The Test and Stay program pilot will provide us with the valuable data we need to inform how this could work in Rhode Island and in which districts it might work best. We'll provide updates as we have them on the progress of the program as the information becomes available. Coupled with the FDA's findings yesterday, we have even more confidence that vaccines for the 5 to 11-year-olds will be here in the next couple weeks. Rhode Island is prepared to vaccinate efficiently. We're operationalizing all methods to keep kids and families safe, and this is an exciting and hopeful time as our cases decrease. Vaccinations for our little ones become available. Booster shots are here, and we are able to test a new pilot in Westerly. And thank you for your leadership, Superintendent. Rhode Island is making a strong economic recovery, third in the nation, and Halloween is coming up, and the holidays approach. Enjoy your time with your family and friends, but please be safe. We've always got more work to do. Thank you again to the Departments of Education and Health for all their work together in getting a test to stay pilot off the ground. And to Westerly, of course, together we are vaccinating the Ocean State.